Nobody asked, but games are expensive. I mentioned in my Rogue Legacy video that a lot of people don't try a lot of indie games because they don't want the responsibility of thinking for themselves. And that's absolutely true. But another big reason a lot of people don't venture far from familiarity is because of money and time. Most people don't have a ton of funds or time to dedicate to gaming, so when they can afford a new release or they finally have a weekend to themselves, it makes much more sense to go with something you know you'll have a good time with rather than risk it on something that could end up being a waste of time and or money. This is a very legitimate issue, and I still stand by my statement that there are tons of great indie games, and even some overlooked AAA titles out there that are worth playing. And so with that, this is the first of a new type of video you will be seeing on my channel. I call them Bargain Blitz. Bargain Blitzes. Bargain Blitz video? I don't know what the plural is. A Bargain Blitz video will be a compilation of micro reviews scoring several games in a single video. And to qualify for a Bargain Blitz, the game itself has to retail for under $20. Even if it's a free game of the month on Xbox or PlayStation, or it's on sale somewhere, that's not permanent. I want anyone who sees something they like in a Bargain Blitz video to know they can find it for $20 or less. Another rule for these new videos, I will always do my best to make sure I cover at least one game available on every major platform. So whether you play on Xbox One, PS4, Nintendo Switch, or PC, there will be at least one video in Bargain Blitz that you have access to. The last thing is, just by the nature of this channel and how I review things, most games, especially ones on this list, are going to end up being a 3 out of 5, because I consider a 3 out of 5 a game that has some issues but overall has more good than bad, and as far as my reviews are concerned, a 3 out of 5 is a "this is worth the money" stamp of approval, as long as you pay attention to the review itself and understand the issues that I outline. So to differentiate what I'm assuming is going to end up being a sea of 3s, at the end of each Bargain Blitz video, I'm going to rank my top 3 favorites from that particular video. Are we good? Cool. Let us begin. Horizon Chase Turbo is one of the free games of the month on PS Plus right now. If you have a PlayStation 4 with PS Plus, jump on that now. It's a modern reimagining of games like Pole Position and similar arcade racing games from the 90s. It doesn't have a ton of game modes, but the graphics are pretty, the tracks have enough variety, and the controls are good enough to provide a fun, engaging arcade game. I don't know if I personally would have paid $20 for it, but if you're really into arcade games or you see this one on sale, it's worth picking up. 3 out of 5. Inversus is a top-down shooter where you play as a dice. This one's also available on all platforms for $15. Basically, when you shoot, you turn the floor to your color and now you can go where you've shot. It's basically a top-down version of Splatoon. There's 2 main game modes. One is a survivor mode and the other is a battle mode. The battle mode can be played with AI that's surprisingly competent, or against friends online or locally. This is a really fun game by yourself or with friends. If it looks interesting to you, I definitely recommend this one. But with only 2 game modes, I would be reaching to call it exceptional, so this one also gets a 3 out of 5. Downwell. Now this is one I'm kinda torn on. It's my least favorite of the games in this list. You gotta jump and shoot bad guys and try to get further and further into the well. You have to be actually good to unlock any extra modes, so the first few hours of the game can be very monotonous as you die after 3 hits. So it'll take a couple hours for you to get good enough to the point that you're not repeating the same 30 seconds of the game over and over again. The sprites are fine, the gameplay's catchy enough, there's items you can buy but only like 2 of them are really useful. There's just not a lot that jumps out at me about this game. But it's a $3 game, y'all. And I mean, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't worth $3. So I mean, yeah, if you're looking for a decent pick up and play game and you got $3, go for it. 3 out of 5. Steam World Dig. I really like this one. You play as a robot whose uncle left him the rights to a mine and you got a mine. You go into the mine, you find some fancy gems, you sell them, you use the money to get some upgrades, you repeat. There's various enemies down there, there's these little puzzle caves that can grant you high value items. It's a good time. It's a really good time. It's available on all modern platforms and it's only $10. Come on, that's a good deal. This one gets a big 3 out of 5, not a little 3 out of 5 like Downwell. Alright, that just about wraps up the first video. My pick of the litter for this round has to go to Steam World Dig. It's the one I had the most fun with and put the most time into. Let me know if you like this style of videos, and let me know if you'll be getting any of the games I mentioned here, and look forward to a new video on Friday.